Welcome to Durban, also known as South Africa's playground, where summer is year-round and we have the beautiful ocean, midlands and mountains. Join us as we head to Hole in the Wall Pizzeria. This restaurant in Assegai is a household name that once had a meaty menu, but has recently transitioned into a vegan and vegetarian foodie favorite.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Would you like a menu?
Yes, please.
There you go. Thank you. Just have a look through that and tell us what you're needing, and then I can put your order through.
So this is a lot of vegan options.
Yes.
That's super exciting. Can you maybe recommend one or two?
I can definitely recommend something for you. We have got quite a few options here. Basically what the vegan people are doing is they're ordering the Isn't She Lovely pizza, and then they're basically replacing the mozzarella with your vegan cheese.
Okay, cool.
And our basil pesto is nut free and dairy free, so you can obviously have the basil pesto on that pizza. Then we could also offer you an inlander pizza, which does have feta, but we could always replace that with a new product that we've got, which is a vegan pepperoni.
Okay, yeah.
Which
that
I think
sounds
would
great.
definitely be worth trying. And
Artichokes,
then,
olives, mushrooms, that sounds like my pizza. Very keen.
Okay, then we've also got some sides, extras.
Battered and fried vegan mozzarella sticks.
Perfect. And is that all that you're needing?
Yeah, no, that sounds like an incredible order, so thank you, yeah.
And would you like to possibly come into the kitchen and see us making the pizzas?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing me back here so that I can get a behind the scenes look at how the pizzas are made. I'm so excited to talk to you about what Hole in the Wall is. I believe that before you started this pizzeria, you had an NPO educating people about litter and waste management. And as far as I can tell, just looking around here, it seems like you really brought that philosophy into your business. Is that something that you would say
Yes.
So it was an idea when you started this pizzeria, you had in mind that you really wanted to bring that into the restaurant?
Yes, most certainly. I think pretty much everything that we do here is to obviously try and obviously make as minimal trace as possible waste-wise. And I mean, from packaging to everything that we buy in, everything that I buy from the supermarkets, I go out of my way to make sure that pretty much everything that we use here is packaging free. Obviously because of the fact that I do believe that waste is a big problem for the planet, and so I'm not a fan of buying stuff in packaging, and then obviously the packaging will go from here to either landfill or it'll end up in the rivers or the oceans, and then obviously that causes havoc for other animals. And
shame.
so I don't believe that us buying packaging is solving any problems. So I do go out of my way to choose stuff that is compostable and eco-friendly as much as possible. And so I think that that's definitely the right. You are right about that, and I would like to obviously encourage other people to do that as well, because it is possible. It's just obviously you need to recreate new habits to get that going. So
no, I think it's amazing, and I mean it's everything from, as you said, coming in, what you're bringing into the restaurant, so the produce that you're sourcing, you're trying to, as far as possible, find vegetables and whatever it is that is in less packaging. What you're sending out from the restaurant is in recyclable material, and then even what's in your fridge. I can see that it's maybe not the usual suspects. It looks like you're supporting some local brands, and it's mainly glass and cans, which I think is amazing. And then also, and I think the most exciting aspect of what's happened here recently is that you've transitioned your menu from having meat pizzas to having just vegetarian and vegan pizzas, which that's enormous. That's really cool, and just in itself, reduces packaging. I think it's going to be so popular, and I'm sure it already is. You have a huge following. I believe you've been going for about 5 years, and you've really established yourself as a household name. And now, you're going to invite a whole new market of people who maybe weren't able to enjoy all of your pizzas before, but now your pizzas basically can appeal to everyone, vegans, non-vegans. I think I'm having some pepperoni on my pizza, so even if you want something that's a little
first customer to try the pepperoni, so I'm very excited about that.
Oh, that's
get some
amazing.
feedback. Obviously, when the shop opened again, I definitely did notice that we had a few customers that were not happy.
You're always going to have grumpy customers. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're serving.
Exactly.
You've changed because it was something that you felt was right, and like you say, the decision was yours to make. And either your customers are going to embrace that and continue to support you, which I'm sure they have done.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you've grown your customer base.
Yes.
And times are changing everywhere. So
exactly.
People are going to be grumpy, but there's, I think, 1,000 more that are extremely happy that you've decided, to go on this new route. And of course, who's more happy than the animals that you've made this decision?
Exactly.
So I think it's very cool.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people stand behind you. So well done.
And I definitely did notice that. So I felt like people went out of their way to support us in that decision, and that made me obviously very happy, because I could see the power of our community, and we think that people are not supportive of each other, but obviously making that decision and seeing the people support us made me think otherwise. I'm very happy that I did make the decision.
This has got our vegan pepperoni, some artichoke, olive. That looks good. We've taken a trip up to the Midlands, where there is so much to see and do. Meandering along this touristy route always calls for a pit stop to sip on a hot drink and enjoy the trains passing by. VT Coffee is loved by the local community, and we can certainly see why. This growing coffee shop is stationed right next to an incredible art gallery, whose mission it is to make art more accessible for everyone to enjoy. I'm good, thanks, and you?
Thank you. Welcome to BT Coffee Cafe.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm so excited because I already see a whole bunch of vegan milk alternatives.
Yes.
It's a lovely sight in a coffee shop.
Thank you.
Is there something that you guys can recommend? I'm looking and you have so many options. What would you suggest I have to drink? I want something hot.
Yes, we have the vegan chai tea.
Is that popular?
Yes. Popular.
And is it good?
Yes, it's very good.
Okay, please can I have one of those?
Okay.
And have you got any snacks that are vegan? Any sweet treats?
Yes, it's over here. done. We have
Is it a chocolate brownie?
Yes.
Okay. Can I please have one of each of those? I'm going to grab them now because they look amazing. Is that fine?
Yes, that's good.
Thank you. Hi guys.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks. And you?
Good, same thing.
So you enjoying the place so far?
I am. It's pretty crazy that we are sitting on top of a container right now. I think it's amazing. And as
It
you
is.
said, there's like a roof going on here, and
Yeah.
I'm sure your patronage is growing as well as more people become aware that you
Definitely.
guys are here.
No, it
Yeah,
is,
and the
it really
locals have
is,
been
yeah.
really supportive, especially after the lift of the lockdown when we could open again. The locals have just been amazing.
They
I
have.
don't think we'd still be open if it wasn't for them.
We were pleasantly surprised after lockdown how many locals, we could literally continue just with the local support, even though
Sure,
we're on the
that's
Midlands
amazing.
Meander,
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that that's probably indicative of the fact that it is such a lovely coffee shop. I mean,
Yeah.
people want to
Yeah.
support you because you guys
Yes.
have created a really lovely space.
Yeah.
Well, we've tried to, and also our ladies, our baristas below, making your drinks. They are the ones that bring the locals back because they're so welcoming and friendly, and they become friends with a lot of the locals that stop past every day on the way to work. And
I think
Good.
that's amazing. And I mean, like you said, you've really included the philosophy of supporting local into your cafe. And I mean, the fact, I think you were saying, Sky, that you wanted to create a space where you basically cater to all needs and all tastes.
yeah, we really have
So-
tried. We've tried to get something for everyone. There's anything that anyone asks for, if it's what we can do, and we try to do what we can. So a lot of the people, we had a few milk alternatives. We had almond, soy and
rice.
coconut milk, and we got a lot of requests for oat milk, so now we've just added oat milk
oat milk
to the
is the
menu.
best.
Yeah.
And it's a
So it is
growing,
good.
it's a growing demand from the locals.
Yeah.
I see, just from the locals here and people travelling from afar. That's we've noticed from month to month more and more people asking for a milk alternative. So we're glad
Yeah.
that we're on the right track with it.
Oh, yay.
I enjoyed it, I hope you liked it.
Thank you. No, this looks incredible.
Good artwork. It's also quite difficult to get
This is my latte. Yeah, you can see what a lovely foam. And our spicy chocolate treats. Yeah, they look lovely. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that's delicious. Those are like the two best things to say in a sentence, chocolate and fudge.
Don't take it from me. It's always wait and see. So don't take it from me. It's always wait and see. Are we just working here for nothing?
After filling up our cup on our trip to the Midlands, we decided to head back towards the ocean. When one thinks about the Durban food scene, probably one of the most popular cuisines that comes to mind is curry. Of course, we couldn't help ourselves but pay a visit to the Spice Emporium, where 100 years of business has developed the store into a spice and vegan ingredient haven.
Focus on the line and we count all the blessings. Never any clouds, saving pennies from heaven. Save it every time, but it adds up to nothing.
Hi Bianca,
Hi, Dino. Good day. How are you?
nice to meet you
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for having me.
and welcome to the Spice Emporium.
Thank you.
You may not know, but it's 100 years old.
100 years old.
100 years old, yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I
Thank you.
mean, the store in general is incredibly impressive. You guys have so much. I mean, I feel like there's 50 spices just staring
Oh.
at me right here.
There's more and more. We don't have space for more and more, you know. So
I
we've just
know.
done what we've done is kept the basics, and we've kept the popular ones here. And what usually happens with spices, most of the people would also have their own secret recipes.
Okay.
You know, each home has got their own secret one, and they won't come and buy from this lot. They will go there to my bulk section, take it home and grind it and make their own granny's recipe. You know?
Okay, but these
So-
are like the Spice
This
Emporium
this is absolutely the
recipes.
Spice Emporium, and as you said, that it's a family business that started off 100 years ago. The Spice Emporium here, the location near the beachfront, is now close to 40 years. We
Sure.
are here
In
so-
this building.
in this building.
And it's, I mean, it's a huge store. You guys
Absolutely.
have such a variety. You got your
Absolutely.
frozen, you have your spices.
Yes.
And like you said, you got your variety of
Yes.
spices on the shelf so people can
Absolutely.
take that home. They can mix
Correct.
up their own masalas.
Yes.
You have curry pastes
Yes.
and
Pickles,
pulses, pickles,
papads.
rice,
And
grains.
it's strictly vegetarian.
I think that's the best part, of course, you know, for us,
Yeah.
being able to come to one shop
Yes.
and just, it's like a one-stop shop. You could
Correct.
literally come here and get absolutely everything
Yes.
that you could possibly need
Absolutely.
to cook such a variety of meals. I think
Absolutely.
it's impressive,
Yes.
and it actually just makes me so happy.
Yes.
I'm really hoping that today you're going to give me some hints and tips. Pretend I've got absolutely nothing in my kitchen, of course.
Yes.
I have some of your wonderful curry powders already because, you know, they really are so amazing. But
Wonderful.
for somebody that doesn't have any spices in their kitchen and they want to be able to cook a good curry, can you just run me through what you would
Sure,
say are like
sure.
the staples, the basics,
Sure.
the things that you just cannot have, you can't cook a curry without?
That's right. So the basic spices for any curry would be chili. And chili you can take as you want. You can make it as hot as you want, or you can make it as mild as you want. You can use it purely for color, or you could shoot your tongue out as much as you want. Although we're a strictly vegetarian shop, we do call all these as a mutton masala and a fish masala and a chicken masala, but nothing in this masala has got any non-vegetarian product. This is purely a vegetarian
Sure.
or a vegan product. There's nothing inside. It's made for that particular purpose. But if somebody is now a meat eater and wants to change over and become a vegan and say, oh gosh, I'm going to miss my meat, and if they go into soya or to go into vegan products, all these products can be used.
I think that's amazing. It
And
really
that
helps
people don't know
with
that.
the transition.
So that taste, if you want to make a great burger, you could use any of the spices to marinate it and use it, and voila.
Spice Emporium has everything that you could possibly ever need to make a proper Durban curry. But I'm finished my shopping now, and I've really worked up an appetite listening to Reno talk about all these amazing spices. We're going to take a trip up the road and get some lunch at Golden Treats. Hi, how you doing? Great. Today we have tamarind rice, normal rice. We have sugar bean and potato. We have rasam. We have grated green banana, soya fish curry, moong dal and branjol. This is green moong dal and branjol. We have soya chunks and cabbage. Then we have madumbi curry, your standard pea dal. We have green beans and peas.
How are you today?
Thank you.
Good.
Okay, so I'm going to get the platter of curry,
Yes, dear.
and on it I want to have your banana curry, your soy fish, and also I think your cabbage curry. That looks really good.
Perfect.
So a nice
perfect.
selection. And then
Are we having that here? We're doing a takeover?
I'm going to have it here,
Much
and
appreciated.
I also want to have one of your bean curries in a bunny chow please.
Absolutely. I'll order that there.
Thank you so much.
May I have a bean bunny chow to have here, please?
I see you've also got some rasam. Can I have a cup of that as well?
Perfect. That should happen.
Thank you so
dear.
much. Thank That's really tasty. It's amazing how different all these three flavor profiles are. The quarter loaf of bread filled with fragrant bean curry, which is famously known as a bunny chow, was definitely a winner. We've come back to the seaside to do a little shopping along the promenade on our way to getting the best falafel you will ever eat. Good thanks, Sinu. So just to confirm, everything's vegan, right? Okay, cool. So could I have one platter, the salad, and can I also have a falafel roti with extra chili for the crew? Thank you. Yeah, I'll sit in. Thank you. falafel balls in Durban, I want to say in the world, and I truly mean that. They are incredible. We have some nice fresh tomato and cucumber that's been chopped up. There is some beautiful hummus with some olive oil, and you can see that everything has been lovingly adorned with some tahini and a sprinkling of parsley. Now this is a really Middle Eastern dish, but the thing that makes it uniquely Durban is the roti. Okay, so I'm going to dish them up and enjoy. This food is absolutely incredible. It is fresh, it's full of flavor, and I'll tell you why. It's because the people who are making this are putting the things together every day. The hummus is made daily, the falafel balls are made from scratch daily, and there's a lot of passion and a lot of love that goes into this food, and it really translates into the flavor. And I think that absolutely everybody needs to come here and try this falafel. Durban has been such a pleasure to explore so far, and it is clear that veganism is growing in this corner of the world. Thank you for joining me as I started my adventure in search of all things vegan, and I look forward to continuing our journey together.